Are you somebody who wants to develop healthy habits, such as waking up early in the morning, not snoozing the alarm, maybe journaling, working out, but you just struggle to do so? You tried out many different things, but nothing seems to work. If that is the case, I can say that I was the same. I always wanted to have healthy habits, but I just didn't find a way to introduce them in my life and to stick to them. And that is why on the channel Neuroproductivity, I talk about developing habits using principles of neuroscience. In today's video, I will talk about one of the best ways to make something a habit. Why does it work from the point of view of neuroscience, and how can you do the same thing? More in today's video. Hi, I have a PhD in neuroscience, and on the channel Neuroproductivity we talk about developing healthy habits and achieving our goals using principles of neuroscience. In today's video I will talk about one of the best ways how to develop a habit and to stick to a habit, and I always like to start with my own example. One of the really bad habits I had is I was drinking too much coffee. I was drinking 3-4 cups per day in the morning, during work, even in the evening. And I was aware that caffeine is not good for you. I knew that it's not good for the sleep. I also started getting information that it increases nervousness and anxiety, something I had problems with. Then I also heard that it can be bad for your digestion, and I also have some digestive issues. I even saw one lecture which is super interesting in neuroscience, where they gave spiders different drugs, different substances, even meth, cocaine, caffeine, and they were looking at the effects on that drug, that substances, on the spider making their net. So every spider, they have a certain pattern how they make a net, for the net to be resistant, so they could stand on the net, they could also get their prey to the net. But when you give them different substances, that completely change, and the pattern of the net that they make would get really messy. And when they gave caffeine to spiders, the pattern of the net was completely crazy, completely different from what you would expect a normal spider would do. And all these things make me really think that caffeine might be more dangerous than I think, and I should reduce the amount of coffee I drink. So I tried many different things. I first tried to drink tea instead of coffee, but that didn't really work out. I was drinking then too much tea, and too much tea is not good either. Then another thing I tried is to drink my coffee earlier in the morning, so I would have less time to drink coffee. But in the end, I would just drink a lot of coffee in the morning and still end up drinking 3-4 coffees. Another idea I had is to track how much coffee I drink every day. So I bought a little calendar. At the end of each day I had to write down how many coffees I drank. But that was again messy. I would drink one day 2, one day 3, then 2, 3, 3, 4. So that didn't work out. And I tried many different things, and this not drinking coffee too much has been on my to-do list for so long, over a year I think. So I struggled for more than a year trying out different things to reduce the amount of coffee. I think even more, maybe 2 years. And one time one of my friends told me, this has been on your to-do list for so long, but you're still not achieving your goal. Maybe it's time to give up on that goal. Is that even important for you? Because if it was important, I think you would have done something about it. And this was a wake-up call for me, and at the moment I was not really ready to do anything about it. I just sort of gave up and forgot about it. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna drink coffee. But recently I decided that it's time to reduce the amount of coffee I was drinking. So besides having a calendar where each day I write how many coffees I drink, I decided to use the concept of habit streaks. What does this mean? So I took another little sticky note paper, and on the sticky note I will write the date where I didn't drink more than 2 coffees. So my coffee limit is 2 per day for now. So I would write 1st of February, 2nd of February, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and so on, which were all the dates in a row when I didn't have more than 2 coffees. As soon as I would have 3 coffees, I need to reset the streak. So we need to throw away the paper and start all over again. In this way, I tracked how many days in a row I managed to stick to a habit, which made me motivated not to go over 2 coffees. Because if I go over 2 coffees, I will need to start the streak from the beginning. Why does this work from the point of view of neuroscience, these habit streaks? Because this gives an immediate reward for our brain. At the end of the day, you will see, okay, my streak went from 11 to 12. Now my streak is from 12 to 13. So every day your brain will get some reward for doing what you're doing, for sticking to a habit. The problem is the brain likes immediate rewards. So when we do something, we want to do something that will bring us the reward as soon as possible. That is why many people have difficulties to stick to working out, because working out oftentimes takes months or even a year until you see the results you're aiming for. I talk about this in 2 of my other videos, so make sure to check them out in the description down below. It's the same with not drinking coffee. I will not see an immediate reward if I don't drink coffee for 1 day. Right? You need to spend some time having a healthy habits in order to see the reward. But with habit streaks, you will have a reward every day, meaning every day you will have an increase the number of days that you manage to stick to a habit. This is why this works. And if you want to learn how to use habit streaking in your own benefit, make sure to check in the description down below. I am giving a 20-minute free consultations for you where we can discuss what do you want to achieve in your life and how we could use principles of neuroscience to help you do that. And if you're somebody who wants to learn how to develop healthy habits, make sure also to follow my channel, because I will be sharing many more interesting videos on how to use our brain in order to get more productive and to achieve our goals. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.